environment if you need anything. Now you have two options. We select English, and these are the basic controls. Then before we start the experiment, we also have a brief description about what we are doing in the experiment. First stage, second stage, third stage. And then once we read through everything, we click on next. We have the lab set up for us. So based on what we need for the experiment, all the test tubes, all the details are updated in the lab, and we will be able to go ahead and proceed with our experiment. So here you have a virtual assistant which will guide you on step by step over here. This is the lab setup. We are performing a DNA sample experiment. Before we get into the experiment, let me show you some options over here. We have PDF option where you get the complete PDF version of the experiment that you have been assigned to. So if you click on the PDF, the student will be able to read through that entire experiment. He will be able to go through it, see how it is done, what are the steps, the entire step 1, step 2, and the last solution of it. We have a DNA sample. We will use it in other operations. This is the PDF version. We have the animated guide as well. The animated guide is basically what is there in the PDF version is updated in a video format over here. So when you will be able to go ahead and watch it. So you have a complete version of the video, and you have a small enrichment like a did you know fact that we give the student just for an additional knowledge. At first DNA was invented in so and so year, that is year 1869 or so, by a person called Frederick Miescher. So this is all an additional information that we give the student just for his understanding. You have an exercise option where you will be able to go ahead and view your exercises as to how much you know about that particular experiment. You will be able to take that. Then the teacher will be able to go ahead and assign this entire experiment as a test as well. And when the test is assigned, the hints and the lab is the PDF and everything is turned off. So if you are idle for about more than 30 seconds, the next item starts to blink as to what you have to do. So let me show you a couple of steps in it. We open this. This is the RNase. We take about 10 microliters of RNase, and this pipette box opens. Let's dip it in the pipette. We have a pipette over here. Let's dip it in the RNase. So if you see here, you zoom in and see you have the RNase over here filled in the pipette. Now let's drop it in the solution, the DNA sample. So once we drop it, it's done. We close this RNase bottle and we disperse this. So we have a new one. Then we go to step 2. Step 2 is 700 microliters of the solution. So this is the one, 700 microliters. So you'll be able to take it and dip it in the solution again. You see you have a white color solution which is there. And then you can go ahead and drop it in the sample. So if you see, the sample also changes its color, and these white ice cubes that you see over here are basically an ice cube which allows you to give a real feel of the lab. So whatever chemicals have to be kept in the ice cube in the real lab will be kept in the ice cube over here as well, just to give you a feel of it, that you are performing the experiment in a live environment. So you have a water bath, you have a temperature controller, your mixer, everything over here.